Hello everyone. I'm so glad you have joined me today. Vicki and I are pairing up with another color combination. She chose this color combination and it is challenging both of us. But she chose Blackberry Bliss, Lemon Lime Twist, and Starry Sky. So that's going to be my feature for my card today, are those colors. So if this is something you're interested in, stick around and we'll make a card. For my card, I have chosen the Cheerful Daisies stamp set. I am using the small filled in color and the outline. All right. I am using a 2-inch circle punch and a 1 3/4 inch circle punch. Now, if you don't have the punches, pull out your dies, your circle dies. They will work too. I am using Blackberry Bliss ink, and I'm going to use some rhinestones on there. I also have a scrap paper because I'm going to do some off stamping. I am using the splatter die. I haven't played with that one in a while, and I thought it would be fun. All right, for my card, I have a piece of white that's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have 3 pieces of the cardstock colors, the Blackberry Bliss, Starry Sky, Lemon Lime Twist. I don't know which one I'm going to use for my layer, but they're all 4 by 5 1/4. I have a piece of white that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. I have my Starry Sky that I embossed already, and it's 1/2 by 1/2. And this one is 1/2 by 2 3/4. I then looked at my gingham paper and I pulled out the gingham, and this is 1/2 by 1/2, 1/2 by 2 3/4. So these are the same size. And I have a piece of Blackberry Bliss that is 1/2 inch by 3 1/4. And then I have a scrap of white for stamping and a scrap of Blackberry Bliss for punching. So with that, I'm going to take and I'm going to move everything out of the way but these pieces. And this goes on like this. So I'm going to take my double-sided tape for my pieces that are embossed, and I will put them down last because that will allow me to get my spacing correctly. So let me do that. All right, let me do this one, and then I can set it up, but my pattern paper, my DSP, I'm going to put on with glue. I couldn't think. All right, so I'm looking at it to see. All right. It doesn't really matter if they meet because that piece is going to cover it. All right, I'm going to start with the smallest one and my glue. And I'm going to add it. And I use the smaller side of the DSP. I mean, of the pattern for the DSP. Sorry about that. And I'm going to now add my large panel, and the reason I'm adding the large panel is it goes underneath like so, and it's sticking to me, and I can line it up on the side. Ooh, and it's a good thing I didn't stick it down. It needs to come over some. I'm watching my spacing. Okay. This piece goes on here. I might have to trim that down a little. I will. This piece gets butted up against it. So, I didn't think of that. All right, so I will take, and there's always a way to fix a mistake. Ooh, it slipped. There we go. Much better. There. See, it's just a little bit bigger on that side. So I'll just take a sliver off. All right. Okay. And this piece goes here, and it's butted up against it, like so. All right, let me cut the little tiny sliver off of there. Okay, much better, much better. All right, this piece goes on across the middle, and it's going to just hide that join there. I am going to put this on with my double-sided tape because it's got the embossed panels to grab hold of also. So I will just use my double-sided tape. All right, now make sure you go over and check out Vicky's card. I have no clue what she has done. We don't tell each other until it's posted and we look at it and go, oh, cute card. I would never have thought of doing that. I just had a little overhang I trimmed off. All right, so I've got that. Now, this is where I have to decide, but I want to get my image here done first. So with that, I'm going to pull in my scrap paper, my scrap cardstock, my ink, and my stamps. And I'm going to start with the outline, and I'm going to stamp the outline full strength. All right. Always start with your darkest piece first, because then you can see it better. All right, now do I want to stamp it off? Yes, just one time. All right, and then I'm going to line this up. All right. Also makes it easy to line up. All right, now let me get this stuff out of here. I'm going to pull in my 1 3/4 inch circle punch. And yes, I did measure this beforehand. I wanted to use the big one. The big one, the big stamp was too big, so I couldn't use it. All right, and now I'm going to take my 2-inch circle punch, and I'm going to punch out my circle there. All right, get this out of the way. These get layered. This is definitely a different combination. I decided to go this way today. That doesn't mean I'll go with as bold of colors for the rest of the week. All right, now I'm going to put this on with dimensionals and put it on my card base. And the reason being I'm doing that is then I can decide which panel I want to use on my card. Oops, ran out of dimensionals. All right, there's that one. Vicki always comes up with the greatest ideas. She is such a clean and simple girl. Every once in a while I get a card that I think is comparable to hers, and it's like, oh, I didn't do the center. Okay, all right, I will be pulling in my stamp set and my center, and I'll have to grab my lemon lime twist to put in the middle to tie it together. Can't believe I forgot that. Let's go that way. Ink. And here we go. All right, I'm going to rock it. I don't normally rock it, but I had to because it's up on dimensionals and there's nothing behind that to support it. All right, so there's what we have. Now, let's see how we're gonna put this together. And then I can add my gems. If I don't forget, which I have a tendency to do every once in a while. All right, so here's this. All right, now, there's that. Okay, but not my favorite. Of course, it could be my favorite. Ooh, I kind of like that one. Let's try this. Now, there's not a lot of this on here, so a lot of times... All right, here's what I'm going to do. It's definitely not going to be lemon lime twist. The lemon lime twist takes over. So there's that one. And this is how you decide. You interview your pieces and decide which ones work best. Now, I think I like this one because there's not that much color into it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add this to my card front. I often do that when I am making my cards, not sure which way to go. I pull them all out and decide from there. And then I always open my card base up because I can see that scored line. And that helps me get it even all the way around. Now, there are layers that you can get that help you line things up. I think you could probably make your own if you wanted to. But I eyeball it. It's a handmade card. And it's not Hallmark. They're not all going to be the same. All right, so there's the card. Let's add our gems. And I think I'm going to go with the big ones because I seem to have a lot of those. So give me the big one here. And it's going to go, ooh, I can't go there because that's not, it's going to go there. It's at the end of that strip. So make sure you don't go over this way because there's nothing there till you get to the base. All right, so there's the color challenge, the first color challenge for this week. And make sure you decorate the inside of your card and envelope. It really kind of carries it all the way through and gives it a nice professional touch. Plus the envelope gives something for the mailman to look at. They see all this stuff all the time, so put a smile on their face. I hope you enjoyed today's card and that you'll subscribe to my channel using the button below. Thanks for watching. Have a sensational Sunday. Bye.